Hey, hi again, everybody. Dan John here, danjohnuniversity.com. Had a good question asked to me. Pretty simple one. How do you do the one-handed press with a kettlebell? Well, what I would suggest first and foremost, why don't you can do it. I didn't go to a cert or hire somebody, but the biggest issue you're going to have with the kettlebell is that it's not a dumbbell, it's not a barbell. So when you press the barbell, you got to get your chin out of the way and all this, unless you're using a machine, and then it's a whole different story. But when you press a barbell, you have to clean it to here, press it, get your chin out of the way, and lock it up. 2 arms, 1 body, 2 legs supporting 1 bell. When you move to dumbbells, it's a different kind of press. You'll see a lot of people who have a dumbbell background come to a kettlebell cert and hold the dumbbell up like this, the kettlebell up like this and try to press. The kettlebell is a different animal, so let's look at it real quick. The first thing with the kettlebell press is you have to start off with a good kettlebell clean first. I'm going to demonstrate one, and then we'll talk about a few things real quick. Okay, real light. This is a very light kettlebell. The V's to me: swing, clean, tighten it down, press, bring it back. Down, put it down like a professional, stand up. I like to teach, when I get the opportunity in the kettlebell universe, I like to teach the press after we've done a lot of overhead work. One of the best ways I think you can build up your own press is with the simple waiter walk. So waiter walk is when you hold the bell overhead and you just do some loops. And yes, your neighbors will think you're strange, because my neighbors think I'm strange. When you do a kettlebell press, it's the opposite of a one-arm pull-up. So if you're going to do a pull-up one-armed, you'd have to be pretty damn amazing to do a one-arm pull-up like this. I don't even think you could. A one-arm pull-up is something like this. You grab, you turn, and you bring your body up into this. There's a slight J movement into the press. It's not winged out, press vertical. There's a gentle J to the press. So a good way to actually practice the kettlebell press is to practice, and I do these with, by the way, if you're ever too cheap to buy suspension trainers, I get these handled, these elastic handled bands from Perform Better, and they do just about everything those suspension trainers can do at about, I don't know, 100th the price. But one thing is that you can hook one of these up here and just practice the pulling movement to teach the groove. So waiter walk first, learn the groove, and then learn the press. A great way to learn the correct press is to get an elastic band. This one's quite light because, as you'll see, it's going to have a massive stretch. You bring the band up to your chest like this, and the first thing you'll notice is I have straight wrists, and you'll notice here that everything is locked into my body. This is like if you're going to punch me here, I'm shielded here from you striking me. So, my shoulder is down, as far from my ear as I can get it. I heard once they said that the ear is shoulder poison. I thought that was actually kind of a good way to think of it. So this is a packed shoulder. I'm locked in here. The bell is going to sit here on the shoulder. And when I do press, I squeeze my butt cheeks, I tighten up my thighs, I squeeze an object on my left hand. Very often I'll just use simply the pole. You can also use somebody else, or you can even use a load. That works well too. And now I'm just going to press. By using the band, it forces me into that good groove. Now the nice thing about a band too, it's fighting to get back down. If I let it bring me down, my groove is nearly perfect. Now let's move back to the kettlebell and do the one-hand kettlebell press. If you are using a strap or a pole or something, it really does help to, as you start your lift, to tighten everything down. You'll notice that what happened there is I pulled down this lat and tightened, it shut my right hand up. I'll be doing that with this kettlebell in just a moment. Put the bell down at professional and you're finished. There's a lot more to the kettlebell press. One thing I think is really important is that you have a strong platform holding down the bell. So you need to make sure that you're almost in a barbell front squat position. Shoulders brought down, butt cheeks tight, quads really, really tight, big platform. And then, remember the groove. It's going to be that J movement. That's why using those straps, those elastic wraps are so good. Boy, I hope that helped. Let me add just one or two small things that you can use all right away. If you are struggling with any aspect of the press, always go back to the weighted walk first. Another exercise I used to learn from Dick Notmeyer was these small press outs. Even with a light load, I can feel everything here trying to readjust every single lift. Another great exercise is the rack carry. Most men actually need this. Get yourself tired in this position. And of course, my last bit of advice for you is pretty simple, pretty boring, and pretty true. If you want a good press, you gotta press. Press, press, press. It's just like the squat. If you want to be a good squatter, you squat. I wish it was a lot more complicated than that, but when my pressing is on point, I'm pressing a lot every day. Thank you.